Hey guys, Rail the Appreciator here. Welcome back to another video. Today we'll be doing a song reaction to the Clipse' new single called So Be It from their upcoming album Let God Sort Them Out, coming out on July 11th. This is the second single they've released. Previously they released Ace Trumpets, which I've made a video on, also produced by Pharrell Williams, and same with So Be It. So yeah, I'm so excited to react to this track, dissect it, because there's just so much to talk about. First off, I just want to talk about the production on this track, because it's just absolutely insane. Pharrell's 2 out of 2 with Ace Trumpets and now So Be It. He was also born in Virginia, same as the Clipse, no Malice and Pusha T. Long-time friends, long-time collaborators, and it just seems like Pharrell Williams saves his best beats for the Clipse, and they truly deserve it because I feel like they can do the most with it. Pharrell is such a great producer and an amazing artist, and I love when he produces for hip-hop, and he just uses the most obscure yet coolest, most ominous Arabic sample on this track, which is Mamaza Okulu by Talal Mada, performed in the early 90s and released on streaming platforms in 1989. And the Arabic part translated, what can I say when I'm lost in you, and magic overflows from your eyes. And then the beat samples the part that says, and the branch sways singing joyfully in delight. It's just the most obscure sample, but it just sounds so ominous and gritty and dark. And the music video aesthetics really accompany that, as it's shot in black and white at like some sort of chateau, and the light illuminating the faces of Pusha T and No Malice. It's just it's an insane combination of production and music video aesthetic that really builds the world and immerses you into like just how dark and gritty, and really gives you an idea or a general feel or what the tone of the upcoming album will be about. It's just absolutely sensational. I've just loved all the promo for this album, and all the singles and interviews that they've done. It's just incredible. I'm happy to say that hip hop is back. Alright, let's get into the lyrics of the track, starting on the intro with Pusha T, where he says 16,000 square, 8 million up there, 2 million down here. 16,000 square being in reference to 16,000 square feet, being the size of a house, and in the music video there's a mansion where they're filming at. 8 million up there, 2 million down here could be in reference to money, but could also still be in reference to land and square footage. Alright, let's head into the first verse, where Pusha T starts us off with, when I was born, grandmama could see it. Very straightforward. When he was born, his grandma could see he was destined to be successful, destined to be great. I'd be Bentley driven and very strategic. Obviously, a Bentley is a very expensive, luxurious car, but it's also a double entendre because he's using the driving metaphor to show that he's motivated by building his wealth so that he can afford one. RM sleeve, no diamonds are needed. RM, Richard Mille, another very expensive, luxurious item being a watch. And Pusha T says he doesn't need it to be iced out with diamonds to let people know how expensive it is, because often rappers and athletes ice out their watches with diamonds, and in turn it causes the watch to lose its value over time, opposed to if they didn't do that, it would actually accrue value over time. Floors are heated, so be it, so be it, signifying the heat under his seat, which is a double entendre, but because heat is a gun, and also he has a gun under his seat potentially, and also because the fact that his car seats, his expensive luxurious car, has heated car seats. Effin' with P gets something immediate. Your soul don't like your body, so we helped you free it. Then we wait for TMZ to leak it. It ain't no secrets, so be it, so be it. So after listening to the song in full a few times, I realized this end part of the first verse is actually illusion. This is effing with P, so it could be in reference to himself as Pusha T or Pharrell Williams, who's on the track. But then also the part where he says, then we wait for TMZ to leak it. Talking about, leaking videos, how TMZ always manages to get, compromising videos of celebrities, athletes, and just people in general. But yeah, effing with P gets something immediate. So if you mess with him or if you mess with Pharrell, something will happen. Your soul don't like your body, so we helped you free it. I love that line. Like, your soul doesn't like your body, so we helped you free it. So, when you pass away, your soul leaves your body, or so they say. Just a very, very cool, descriptive, imaginative line. Very, very creative. Then we wait for TMZ to leak it, obviously leaking videos, but also there's a lot of videos of like rappers, getting killed, or people getting killed or dying. It's very, very morbid stuff. Yeah, and then we wait for TMZ to leak it. Just like so ominous, dangerous, aggressive, threatening. It ain't no secrets, so be it, so be it. The chorus is very, very simple yet effective. It's just Pusha saying smoke, so be it, smoke, so be it, so be it. You know, if he wants smoke, he's ready for the smoke, so be it. Whatever happens, happens. I also like how there's like a drilling noise or like a sniffing noise. It sounds like he's sniffing cocaine on the beat. Just sounds so good. But yeah, sometimes simple is better, you know. Less is more, and it really shows on this track. Now we head into the second verse with Pusha T once again. CILP, SE Epi, 8 Ball LV. Epi, you know, short for epinephrine, like adrenaline, the drug, possibly, you know, a metaphor for the rush of the hustle or music. 8 Ball, a drug reference, 1/8 of an ounce of cocaine. You know, it's Pusha T. This is Coke rap. Am I still going to listen to the same Coke rap Pusha T I was listening to 20 years ago? You're damn right I will. LV for Louis Vuitton, mixing street with high fashion, you know, classic Pusha T stuff. This is just beautiful, perfectly executed, luxurious rap and drug rap, coke rap, whatever it may be. I can show you how to bust a brick if you let me, you know, brick of cocaine. I monogram like confetti, switch is ready. I monogram, you know, LV monogram customization, like confetti, you know, it's spread all over the floor. Switch is ready, like the gun. But also, I monogram. I'm on a gram, you know, gram of cocaine. It's just, this is such a great song, such a great track, verse, bars, everything. I just love dissecting it. She leaning on me like Celine, and she ain't stepping in Giuseppe, you know, rocking like Celine, the high-end fashion brand, but still too exclusive. Where just Giuseppe is a naughty, which is still very luxurious, but not on the same level. So here, Pusha showing his taste, that his woman just doesn't chase labels, but she moves with elite style. It's quiet shade to those who think flashy equals classy. Just brilliant. Catch a $1.50 like each Pirelli. I got 8 of them. Call me Andretti. This is just like so crazy. So much to break down. Let's go through it. So yeah, could result in a $1.50 razor cut on their face. You know how they keep the razor blade tucked under their tongue, but also, you know, give them a cut on their face, which may need 150 stitches to close. But also the mention of racing legend Mario Andretti and Pirelli tires. $1.50 also refers to 150 miles per hour, which is driven by the Formula One cars, but also, you know, referencing Pusha T's luxury cars that have 8 Pirelli tires between them. But also, speaking of 8 Pirelli tires, Pirelli is the exclusive tire supplier for Formula One, which requires teams to have 2 cars. But also, Andretti Autosport has been announced as the 11th team to join Formula One for the 2025-26 season. You know, if you have 2 drivers, 2 cars, that's 8 tires in total. Just, that is, I'm speechless. That's just like, just 2 lines in a rap verse is just so deep, so layered, so much meaning in it. Like, it's just packing so many double entendres and meaning in bars. It's just absolutely crazy. If I'm not in the telly selling the Yeti, then I'm twirling your B like she and spaghetti. Heavy, like the rhyme scheme on this is crazy, but if you just look into the meaning of it, so he's saying, you know, Pusha T, you know, the coke rapper extraordinaire, specialist, you know, he's busy selling the snow, which he calls Yeti, another name for the abominable snowman, but he likes to take other men's women to the hotel, being the telly, and spin them around the dance floor or the hotel room floor. Or even twirl them between the sheets like spaghetti being twirled on a fork. Just, this is, I have no words. This is insane. He ends this amazing 2-liner with circle back and come get this Kelly. You know, Kelly slang for white girl, slang for cocaine. Circle back and come get your girl, or circle back around the block and come get this snow. You know, come get this cocaine. You know, circling the block in a car or just walking back for the nonchalant drop off and handoff. Just, this is incredible. And your ears too, if you want them blue like Belly. You know, Belly, a cult classic hip-hop movie. You should really go and watch it. It's just, you know, known for its blue color grading. Directed by Hype Williams. It stars Nas and DMX. Lotto Bedin, Prada Bedin, 911s. I'm the who's who with what's what, Papa Heaven. Lot of jetting, you know, on the planes and stuff. Prada Bedin's 911s, you know, a lot of jetting, talking about planes, talking about 9/11, 2001 tragedy. But also 911's like the Porsche. I'm the who's who with what's what, Papa Heaven. I just love that line. It's just so simple, but just worded so well, just makes it sound so cool. F around and get your body traced, trying to test me, cause dudes that I'm with like to draw when it's sketchy. You know, get your body traced like a chalk outline when they're investigating the crime scene, you know. for murder, for homicide, whatever. But the dudes that he's with like to draw when it's sketchy, you know, draw their guns when it gets sketchy, when a situation gets out of hand, but also draw with like a pen or pencil or whatever. I love the bars, I love the entendres. This is just great. This is actually crazy, you know. Get your body trace trying to test me. The dudes that I'm with like to draw when it's sketchy. Just wow. If they catch me, don't forget me, resurrect me, buy a dog tag the same place that they beget me, ski. This is culturally inappropriate. You know, if they catch me, forget me, resurrect me, buy a dog tag the same place they beget me, get me. Like if they catch him, you know, if he dies or whatever, buy a dog tag the same place they beget me. So his jeweler that, you know, gives him the diamonds and iced out chains, watches, whatever it may be, just jewelry, rings. But he'd say he'd buy a dog tag, like have his name engraved and get a dog tag for when he's dead at the same place where he gets his diamonds and jewelry. That's just insane. And then ending that part with ski, you know, again referencing like snow or cocaine. It's just his ad lib that he uses. But also the final line, once again, reinforcing that motif that is through the singles and possibly through the album. This is culturally inappropriate. It could mean a number of things, and people are alluding to or thinking that it means, you know, a theme for the album's productions, you know, the use of cultural and religious samples, but also maybe, you know, feeling like they're in places where people might think they don't belong, or like doing things that are like culturally inappropriate, you know, like European fashion, and you know, having black celebrities and artists there. Maybe they don't feel like they belong, or people don't think they belong. Maybe that's what makes it culturally inappropriate. But yeah, I'm not too sure yet. But I really love the use of this motif through the singles, and I'm guessing which will be used throughout the entire album. But yeah, just a very surgical killer verse from Pusha T, and I'm so excited for the album coming out. It's definitely going to be a surgical summer. And then it goes through the chorus again on Pusha T, but also that drilling noise once again with this, also could be sniffing. And yeah, third verse, you got no malice, just very surgical, gifted, technical rapper. I absolutely love it. You ain't solid, ain't valid, you ain't malice. Very simple, you're not him. Been quiet, ain't right, you ain't Paris. You know, Paris historically very notable for having riots. Blow money, you owe money, we ain't balanced. You blow money, you owe money, you're not balanced. Meanwhile, Malice has money to spend. You know, he doesn't owe anyone money, he's got heaps of money. You ain't believe, God did. You ain't Khaled. You know, DJ Khaled's album, God did. But you ain't believe, God did. You ain't Khaled, you're not him. All black, back to back, all black, back to back. This ain't traffic, you know. Black cars back to back, traffic, but also all black back to back. Maybe him and Pusha T standing next to each other, but also maybe traffic could be like trafficking, you know, all black back to back, you know, trafficking people. Maybe that's a stretch. Can't wrap your head around that. You ain't Arab, you know, with the head wraps. Can't wrap your head around that. You're not Arab. Very simple, but also saying this part, you know, with the Arabic sample on the track, but also referencing Khaled beforehand. You all tweet, bird talk, we all parrots, you know, Twitter fingers tweeting, but bird slang for cocaine. Lone Star, cross the border, we like Dallas, you know, Dallas being the Lone Star state. This verse is just so incredible, I love it. 21 gun salute, we been savage, you know, 21 savage, but you also get a 21 gun salute if you pass away during your service in the military. Tag him up, add him up, them dudes average. Dog tags, tag them up, add them up. You know, when you get the average of something, you add it all up together, then you divide them by how many there was, and then he says these dudes are average. So getting the average of it, but when you see that everything that these dudes have done is just average in comparison to him. Fly him in, fly him out, only the baddest. So I'm guessing girls, cars, luxury, whatever. If I had her, then you had her, she never mattered. That's such a slick like line. But also like the rhyme scheme on this, like if you look at it, Malice, Paris, Balanced, Khaled, Traffic, Arab, Parrots, Dallas, Savage, Average, Baddest, Mattered. Like it's a repetition of the same rhyme, but he's just doing so much with it. Like the word choice is very clinical, very technical. You can see he's an experienced, talented rapper. Wish upon the stars on my roof, they all scattered. You know, stars in the ceiling. Wish upon a star, they're all scattered across. Ain't no more Neptunes, so P's Saturn. You know, Pharrell was in the Neptunes with Chad Hugo. Ain't no more Neptune, so P is Saturn. You know, Saturn is the bigger planet. It's got a ring around it. But also there's some mythology. I'm pretty sure like in some sort of mythology, Saturn is like Neptune's father. Off the first ski up, they re-up. It's a pattern, you know, mentioning snow and ski again with cocaine. They re-up, you know, getting your refill. It's a pattern, you know, habit, addiction. Like middlemen, they're killing them. You know what happened. You know, when you want to get straight to the source, when you want to make more money, you got to take out the middlemen. And then once again with the motif, this is culturally inappropriate. What a killer verse from No Malice. Just look how like small it is. Like look how small the verse is, but the word choice is very, very technical, very selective. But having the repeated rhyme works when his flow is just so sophisticated. I just love Malice because Pusha T is like more aggressive and angry, but Malice is more like calmer, but still at the same time surgical, selective, clinical. Just a very, very great like duo and duality they have between them, and like the contrast. It works very, very well, and they complement each other very, very well. Which I'm not surprised because you know they're brothers. They've both been rapping and doing it together for so long. So it's just amazing. I absolutely love this track. You got Pusha T on the chorus once again, and then the beat completely changes. It gets more darker, ominous, scary, and even evil, I could say. And on the fourth verse, Pusha T, you cried in front of me, you died in front of me, Calabasas took your beat and your pride in front of me. Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss was popping, she ain't need you to eat. So he's alluding to speaking about someone, and I think it's very, very clear, and it's even confirmed in the, you know, the GQ interview he has. You cried in front of me, you died in front of me, you know, being vulnerable in front of him, but also showing vulnerability could lead to death, you know, being taken advantage of. Calabasas took your beat and your pride in front of me. Calabasas, where the Kardashians live, where Travis Scott lives. Took your beat, you know, talking about Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott were together, had a kid or kids together, and your pride in front of me. And the place Calabasas, you know, the Hollywood lifestyle, LA lifestyle, took his pride from Travis Scott. You know, took everything away. If you have too much pride, things get taken away from you. You have to be humble about it. And then he says, her utopia had moved right up the street, Travis Scott's album Utopia. But her utopia, her happiness in life had moved away from Travis Scott, had moved up the street. You know, the breakdown of that relationship and moving apart and living separately. And her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat. Kylie Jenner having her own lip gloss and makeup and whatever. Hundreds of millions of dollars made. She doesn't need Travis Scott anymore. She can eat on her own, make her own money. The net gon' call it the way that they see it, but I got the video I can share and it. So as I said before, in the first verse, he was alluding to something, talking about TMZ leaking videos, messing with P, like, but I got the video I can share and it. The net gon' call it the way that they see it. So the internet gonna say whatever they want about the situation, but Pusha T knows the truth. He knows the facts. But I got the video I can share and it. So what video does he have? Does he have video of Travis Scott crying and, you know, being sad and all these things and being vulnerable? But then he says I can share and it. Talking about the video, Anthony Edwards, send the video, but also AE. I think there's a fight, like AE is one of Tiger's like closest friends, and Tiger used to, you know, be with Kylie Jenner. But there's a video where AE and Travis Scott are fighting each other. But yeah, Anthony Edwards as well, sharing AE the video, send the video, he wanted, you know, having the abortions and the pregnancies and stuff like that. But I think AE like action and entertainment as well. I got the video I can share and it. AE's also, I think he's with, I can share the music artist, share like CHER. I can share and AE it, but I think AE was is or was with Amber Rose, who's Travis Scott's also been with or dated. They wouldn't believe it, but I can't unsee it. Like you wouldn't believe like the video that he has, but you wouldn't be able to unsee it once you see it. Lucky I ain't TMZ it. So be it, so be it. So Pusha T saying he has some sort of blackmail in terms of a video, and Travis Scott's lucky that he didn't share the video and, you know, expose him for like his vulnerable moment or the fraud that he is, or just, yeah, it's just, this is just insane. So obviously the last verse of Pusha T is alluding to Travis Scott, but then he would confirm it in a GQ interview, which he's done before on when Ace Trumpets got released, and he mentions Kanye West, and then in the GK interview he talks more about it. just great promo for their album. Let the music speak, and then do an interview as well to, you know, give context and explain it even further. But for So Be It, he's talking about Travis Scott, and in this GQ interview, you know, he talks about it more. Pharrell was on, you know, produced Travis Scott's album Elsewhere on Utopia, and Travis made a show of that by teasing the album, filming himself, playing it for Pharrell, and that didn't sit right with Push, you know, who was also there that day. They're talking about, you know, when they were in Paris recording for Let God Sort Them Out. They're in Paris in the studio. It's Clipse and Pharrell, and then Travis Scott, you know, before Utopia comes out, he's holding that briefcase, running around, you know, trying to play his album to people, get them to listen to it. Travis Scott's there that day. And then Push says the true context of that is we were in Paris, literally working, and he was calling to play P his new album. He came to Pharrell's studio at Louis Vuitton HQ in Paris, where Clipse recorded most of Let God Sort Them Out. He interrupted a session, Pusha recalled. He sees me and Malice there, and he's like, oh man, everybody's here. He's smiling, laughing, jumping around, doing his effing monkey dance. That's crazy. We weren't into the music, but he wanted to play it, wanted to film us, you know, Clipse and Pharrell listening to it. And then, a week later, you hear Meltdown, which is, you know, the track on Utopia with Travis Scott and Drake, which he didn't play. He played the song, but not Drake's verse. Push was quick to add that he doesn't hold Travis to any standard, because as he sees it, Travis has a pattern of remaining conveniently neutral when it suits him. He's done this a lot. He has no picks. He'll do this with anybody. He did it with Sicko Mode, on which Drake seems to, you know, diss Kanye West, despite, you know, Travis's close ties to him. But then Push references last spring when Travis joined Future and Metro on stage and excitedly asked them to tease Like That, the song whose incendiary Kendrick Lamar verse ignited, you know, Kendrick's beef with Drake. You know, the Like That verse, they're on stage and Travis is like, play that, play that. But at the same time, you know, Travis Scott says, you know, yeah, he's his idol and his inspiration, but then allows, you know, Sicko Mode to come out with the verse with Drake, you know, the subliminals and dissing like Kanye, and then doing the same thing for Like That, which is Kendrick's verse dissing Drake and telling, you know, Metro Boomin to play it on the Rolling Loud stage, and he's like, you know, play that, play that. He don't have no picks, no loyalty to nobody. He'll jump around whatever he feels is hot, or cling on to whatever he feels is hot. But you can play those games with those people. We're not in your mix. Keep your mix over there. And I really like Travis Scott's music. And it's oftentimes I have to separate the art from the artist. And I really, really like Travis Scott's music. But in this part, Pusha T is completely correct. He doesn't like the hypocrisy. He doesn't like, you know, this guy sitting on the fence and only trying to be cool with everybody to benefit him. You know, Travis Scott with Drake and Kendrick Lamar and Kanye and J. Cole and whoever, even Pusha T and Clipse and Pharrell. It's not right. You can't just want to be cool with everybody and sit on the fence. Like, there is some loyalty, there's some pride, some integrity that you have to have if you want to be, you know, a good human being, a good man, a good friend, whatever it may be. It's the latter part that aggravated Pusha enough to the point of taking his issue to wax, you know, making the song So Be It. I personally have removed myself from that crew and those people for a minute. Push said, in reference to the larger Kanye good music, you know, Kanye, Travis, whoever it may be, Drake, whoever it was during that time period, like, dog, don't even come over here with that, because at the end of the day, I don't play how y'all play. To me, that was really just like, he's a whore. He's a whore. That is crazy. That's an insane word to use, but completely justified. Very, very justified to use. And then brackets, the note here is, print can't do justice to the disdain in Pusha's delivery here. That's just insane. I love it. I love that real hip hop is back. You know, I hate the hypocrisy. You know, real hip hop, not like mumble rap, actually real rapping and meaning and, you know, motivating and inspiring and just rapping about interesting topics and being creative with it. And it continues. It was in this moment when Pusha got the most fired up, seemingly intent on disproving the perception that he's a bully or that he's engaging for attention or shock value. I hate when people are like, oh, you're only famous because you diss this person, you diss that person. This is hip hop. This is competitive. You're meant to diss people. You're meant to say you're better than people. Call out the hypocrisy. There's no drama, nothing like that. Just have some integrity with it. for attention or shock value. When these people mention me, they're really going out of their way. What have I done besides wear clothes, bro, in the past couple of years? It's like these people are going out of their way. Somebody brought Meltdown to my house. To P's house, actually. I mean, I don't give an F. P don't give a damn, but it's like, it's the principle, which is completely true. It's the principle of it, he says. Impassioned. It's the principle of what I'm saying. That filthy quality that they have about themselves, the lack of loyalty. Travis really has that. He's proven. I just named 3 people that he does that type of behavior with. I'm just not one of them. Dog, I ain't with that. This stuff ain't coming out of nowhere, bro. I'd be cool with all these guys. Everybody you mentioned today. Bro, I promise you, they did the underhanded weird stuff. Like, I need to see like Pusha T and Clipse and Pharrell in interviews and on podcasts. I need to see the full thing, and I can't wait for this album to come out on July 11th. Because what else is he hiding? What else could he be saying on the tracks about who? I know there's a Kendrick Lamar feature on Chains and Whips. Everybody's waiting for it. Everybody's waiting for the Pharrell production, the Kendrick Lamar verse. And also just these 2 singles, like who else will Clipse talk about? Not obviously no Malice, but Pusha T is the aggressor. He wants to be competitive and call out the hypocrisies and drama and not really diss people. It's kind of just like a response if anyone was doing anything wrong against him. And I'm really excited to hear him address Jim Jones on Chains and Whips. Obviously the song Chains and Whips played at that Louis Vuitton show, with Jay-Z and Beyonce sitting at the side reacting to it and listening to it. Obviously Pharrell's doing a lot for Louis Vuitton and getting Clipse to help and also promoting their album. But also Clipse has a lot of collaborations for their album with Billionaire Boys Club. And it's I'm expecting a great hip-hop album, luxurious rap, coke rap, but also just very, very technical bars, entendres, and I'm really excited for it. Like, if you can't see how excited I am now as a true real fan of hip-hop, and I've been a fan of hip-hop for like over a decade, which is like more than half my life. If you're a real fan of hip-hop, like, you would be excited for this. You wouldn't be like downplaying it, criticizing it. Like, you would genuinely enjoy the art form, and I love that so much. Thanks for watching this song appreciation on So Be It by the Clipse. If you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, and comment down below other artists, albums, genres, musics, and songs that you'd like me to listen to, appreciate, and make videos about. Thanks for watching. See ya.